Hey guys, Yisroel, question. Is AI going to take away your job, my job, his job?
Honestly, I feel like it might. And personally, I welcome our robot overlords. I think if it happens, let it be. There's going to be something next to do. If it's not this, then I'll move on to whatever it is next.
You're a
But
coder. I spent a lot of time, energy, money with you. Does that mean people are going to stop paying you? And do you currently use AI? And do you see it getting better enough that you don't have to be there? But on the other hand, I hear these big news story how these AI programmers are getting paid 10, 20, 30 gazillion dollars a year. So on one hand, you're hearing entry-level programmers have no jobs. On the other hand, the professionals getting a lot.
I fear it might. I fear it might get very, very good to a point where you might not even need the programmer anymore. And but it is what it is. If it happens, that's what happens. I do use it a lot. It does help a lot. Right now, it's in a position where the programmers are using it and getting most benefit out of it and making a lot of money with it. And
But don't you bill by hour and you're doing things quicker now because of it?
in
And
some
therefore
sense,
you make less money?
it depends on skill and how time is used. I find myself spending a bunch of time, negotiating with the AI. Hey, are you sure this is correct? And why is this specifically done this way? And was this actually intentional? And sometimes it corrects itself. Sometimes I have to correct it. So there is time saved with a lot of boilerplate, like just automatic groundwork all laid out automatically quickly. But then I have to go through it because I like to be mahadir with my code. I like it to be tip top, best it could possibly be. Shine it, scrub it.
How would you explain AI to a regular dumb person like myself? What is it? Why is it such a big news? Please explain it to the common folk.
Honestly, I just recently took a day, or it took a few hours to explain it to myself because I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, this is not real. This is an actual glitch in the system. Someone is pulling the rug under my feet, claiming that there's this scientific computational explanation that this somehow makes sense to work. I don't believe it. It doesn't work. It's magic. The Eibishter introduced an actual magic thing into the world, convincing everyone it's real and it's scientific. So I took a few hours, I looked into it, and I started trying to understand it myself. And it's unbelievable.
How do you translate? Just break it down for us.
Basically, and every time I think about it, I'm like, no way. That can't be. That's impossible. That's crazy.
Okay, get to the point.
It has all of human written knowledge of forever. And when you have all of that in one mind, that you can access all of it at any time, all of that content kind of speaks for itself in a way. It produces a result out of itself, naturally. It makes sense.
It's like a human brain.
No, it's not really a human brain. It's just if you have an encyclopedia of everything, and you have also a system that is very good at looking up that encyclopedia very quickly for exactly what you need and what makes sense to say right after that and what makes sense to say right after that, out of all of human knowledge of forever, which is mind exploding. It's petabytes of information, and you cannot. You try to grasp it in your mind, you can't. It's still a miracle. Even after understanding it, it's still an incredible miracle. But if you have all of that at your fingertips and you can access it and look it up at any time, yeah, it gets you your answer. It makes sense, actually. It should be able to give you any answer of anything.
But
ever.
why are we scared of people losing their jobs? My father tells me that in the 1950s, they had the World's Fair in Brooklyn, and he went...
Queens,
yeah, and they had every company around the world there showing their newest products. And my father said that one of the things he remembers as like a 7-8-year-old kid was they were saying that in the kitchen, everything is being automated. Toaster ovens, microwaves, everything's being bread makers, pure vegetable, everything's being done, mixers, blenders. And that women spending hours a day in the kitchen, now they're going to be able to spend the whole evening with their family and spend quality time with their family. It never happened. Nobody has time.
Dream.
So basically, when people used to go on horse and buggy, hundreds of millions of people had jobs being wagon drivers. They're all losing their job because Ford's producing cars in Detroit. They're all going to lose their job. It's all BS. Everybody has jobs. I don't know what goes on in the world of computers. I'm still using a pen and paper for a lot of deals I write up. My point is that you are working in the world of technology. Won't every single person that's working in technology just figure out another job to be able to support their family?
Has it ever actually happened that in all those times that people predicted this is not going to go, we're going to lose jobs, have there been swaths and swaths of people who didn't have a job after, or okay, maybe their old-fashioned job, Take, went out of business, but they didn't find some. Was it ever actually a problem ever in all those times?
The guy that rode horse and buggies got a driver's license, and now they drive Ubers.
Okay.
Well, now the Ubers are being automated.
Right.
Waymo.
Okay.
Waymo's coming to town. Waymo.
Yeah.
Driverless taxis.
Yeah, but the driverless taxi, I report news every night. The drive for a Jewish company. The driverless taxis in San Francisco over the weekend. You know what happened?
What?
There was a blackout for a couple hours in San Francisco, and the cars all just stopped working. Hundreds of cars around San Francisco
In the middle of the street.
because there was no red light, green light, yellow light. So the
Wow.
cars just all went off, and they had to send hundreds of tow trucks to get rid of it
Go
because
fix
San
that.
Francisco was completely
But they
shut down.
couldn't send Waymo a tow truck. They had to use real truck.
Whatever it was a huge
Wow.
scandal. We're not from San Francisco. We don't know this, but a complete gridlock. So that wasn't perfected. You know, Elon Musk, I think they still haven't perfected the driverless cars. But now a lot of taxi drivers, the same thing
Elon
is going to
Musk
happen.
is falling behind. Waymo is Google. It's not even Elon Musk. Anyway.
That's a whole competitor.
Yeah. Anyways.
Makes sense. It's
Stop.
good.
Boom.
Competition is good. Yeah,
So,
no.
but right now, you walk down the street, nothing changed with AI. You know, the sidewalk looks the same. The traffic, like in the news, it's hype. It's this. There's bits. There's what's it called? The Nvidia with the
Nvidia
chips.
chips?
Yeah, chips and all that.
And-
I'm not even sure what all that is all about.
Chips means that they're high. Doesn't mean that just that enables AI because it's
Yeah, yeah,
stronger,
yeah.
powerful. I'm assuming.
Here's one concrete example that actually affects me. I have actual Gashmistika clients who until today relied on me 100% for everything. And now they are going to AI and asking it a question, and AI is giving them a snippet of code, and they're copying out that code and putting it into Microsoft Excel or putting it into Google Sheets and clicking play, and it shows an error, and they go back to AI and ask it to fix the error, and it fixes the error, and they put it back in, and something works. And they're like, oh, I did that on my own without having to ask the programmer. So
Hey, the programmer.
it's exactly. It's not the full story yet, but it's starting. Some clients have figured.
Starting to get nervous?
Look, in a good way. I'm nervous about it, but like I said, I welcome it. It is what it is, and let it happen. Adrabah, let lay people be able to just ask AI, get an answer, get a program put together, get a web page put together, get a website put together without needing a programmer. That's great. Why should anyone be against that or say no? Slow down amazing technology in the world because people will lose jobs. I don't know. Even though I do feel like my job is at risk, but hey, there's something else is going to come out. I'll do the next job of whatever it is that people do when there is AI doing everything. I don't know.
Now, with all new technologies like the web boom and then end up being the web crash, how much, because like I said, I'm not seeing, as a programmer, you're seeing real people are relying on you less, depend less. As a regular art peddler, podcaster, content creator, I mean, I'm seeing AI. I'm sorry. I'm not. As if I look down the street, I don't see any difference. This AI revolution.
I see a difference.
Besides ads and commercials
I see a
everywhere.
difference.
What do you see?
So I don't even know. I don't know anything about ChatGPT, but I report news. One of my jobs is I report news for a company. Every single night I record news, and then it gets broadcasted the next day for their paid subscribers. And a lot of the times they don't have the news desk doesn't get a chance to write up the news, so they just give me bulletins. So the nights that they give me bulletins, I used to work really hard. I used to put it into Google, and then I would get MSNBC, New York Times. I actually pay for it, and then check this website, that website. I would compare notes, scribble it on a notepad. Now on my Chrome, whatever, on my iPhone 12, whatever, I put on AI for the answer, and it goes thinking, and within seconds I get long pages of clear bulletins. Those bulletins are beautifully, beautifully written.
And they're up to date,
Up
news,
to
of
date,
current news.
and while it's browsing, it pulls up all the articles it's getting from. And you see New York Times, New York Post, Tribune, Herald Tribune, Chicago Tribune, whatever, you see it all.
And you check and it's accurate. It's like it pulls.
Accurate, more than anybody you would pay $30 an hour to check
Yeah,
the
'cause
facts.
that's a
This is
lot
a
of
lie.
wow.
How about this? I've never been fact checked ever using this.
Okay.
Oh, your listeners are 8-year-olds. Yisroel, calm down.
Hey.
Who don't have access to the
lot of-
internet, therefore they're
A lot
calling.
of them are 12. A lot of them are 12, and they're very smart. You know what a kid asked? You know
hold
what a
on,
kid...
hold on. Let's give some framework. What's the word? Let's give us some
Platform.
no context.
Context.
He works for a news station that's only call-in because they don't want to give their kids access to the internet.
Oh.
So the only access information they have, they can't fact check him because the only way they're allowed to access the world is through calling this number
Interesting.
and hearing Clappy say the news.
Yeah,
So
these
there's
kids
So
are
the
very
fact he's not
fact-checking.
fact checked, it's he's the source, he's the fact for them.
You can
the
really
kid
make
called
the
in- A
news.
kid called in with a question last week. He said they stopped minting the penny because it cost 4 cents. Why don't they stop minting the nickel, which cost like 17 cents? That was a good question.
That is a good question.
I answered because it's very difficult to get rid of all the currencies. You can charge a penny less, a penny more.
Right.
Once you start rounding it off to the 10 cents.
But it is a valid question.
Would
Like
you say
should.
that Fiverr and Upwork, which are websites that you could do low labor work, technology or editing, a lot of those jobs are probably getting quickly more eliminated by AI, and Canva versus high level coding or high level design? That's not.
Some things I would say, like if I needed some concept art of like what should it look like if I'm designing some web page or some, I don't know, video game atmosphere or scene or something. These days, I wouldn't go to Fiverr anymore. AI can generate that, 10 different, 15 different concepts for me very quickly. But some other things, Fiverr and Upwork are the way to go. I mean, if I need someone to put together, a full web framework, set up from scratch with all the different features set up, and the guy, wherever he is, from India, from Pakistan, he already did it many times and he's experienced, then it's worth the 25 per hour to let him do that. AI is not going to help me do that. I have to do it piece by piece. There's a lot of time of negotiating, but maybe this, but fix that, but why this? It's too much. It's not worth it yet to do that through AI, but it's only going to get better. So soon
Our
enough.
logo was assisted by AI. My sister put in, I don't know, prompts, Clappy and Frank. So if you look at our logo, it's like
My wife does
it
real
looks
estate.
Clappy hand.
My wife-
dog.
My
It's
wife does real
beautiful.
estate management. She gives a property with the listing and all the information that she's managing now, like for rentals, whatever. And within a second, you get a full flyer that would have costed $100 a few months ago. Every detail, and then they just fix it up, and it's perfect. However, this is where I find it's very interesting. The entry-level jobs in technology, tell me if I'm wrong. The entry-level jobs, they're always going to be there. And the top people that charge $3,000 a minute to do video production, they're not going anywhere because the billion-dollar customers only want the best. It's the mediocre guys, the $50, $100 an hour guys.
Or the guys that would never have an ad in the first place. That's always what happens when technology gets more accessible. People who put up, I lost my dog, and with handwriting, instead they just do an AI thing or a Canva, so I don't have a fancy flyer.
I don't know why I came across in this topic. I heard from different places around that they're saying, no, they've got the entry level stuff is what's going away because people either have to be good or AI could do pretty close to what you can do. So what you have to get to begin with good. Otherwise, why should, the entry level jobs are suffering. That's what I heard from other sources. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
I think entry-level jobs to get $25 an hour jobs now are just a bare entry if you're alive and you have a pulse.
Right.
Because a lot of states, minimum wage is $17, $18.
No, New York just became 17. I just
$17.
found out. New Year's.
So if you're alive and breathing,
Yikes, I got to pay my workers, but no.
if you're alive and breathing today, you're making $20, $25 an hour.
Yeah, you better. You have to.
There was a lot of companies in New York had a massive scandal.
That
used
they
to
were
pay,
underpaying?
Not underpaying. There was a lot of companies that were paying workers 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. So workers were getting raises every year until they were at 25. And they're hiring kids off the block now for 24. They're like, 1 second, I put 10 years into the company and the guy's making.
Right.
So they had to restructure. A lot of Fortune 500 companies now are restructuring
Wow.
payment
That's
because
crazy.
the old guys are angry. The new guys are happy.
So I was saying, you're using AI for your prompts for your news. I'm seeing AI from data from like TikTok, my Instagram accounts. They're suggesting certain things doing well, or they prompt you. Like simple AI is when you type into email or Gmail to response, they're suggesting quick responses, which is great. But practically, when you walk down the street or here 3rd Avenue, nothing's different. The cars look the same, the buildings look the same, the traffic light. When are we going to see real, I guess you see, but driverless cars, is that where is a jump from computer programming to AI?
Already.
Or is it the same thing? I mean,
already the jump has been in 2023. When was ChatGPT
It seems like
released?
all the different, this revolution is all in digital format. Not you don't seeing real results on the ground.
Do you see it before and after?
Whenever it was in 2023 when ChatGPT came out, do you remember like before AI and after? Do you see a huge difference of like, remember before AI and now we're after AI? Do you like generally, or is it doesn't seem even really like that much of a, for me, it's very, it's very stark. There's like the world before AI and the world after.
From a shpia, from a Hasidische, hey, Tavis, today's a Yom Tov, L'chaim. You keep holding that L'chaim, you have to drink it already. We're going to get out.
By the way,
we want to hear the secrets.
No one in this podcast needs L'chaim too.
We're all after L'chaim. L'chaim, Didan Notzach. We win.
L'chaim.
By the way, it's not Bittul Torah tonight. It's Kratzmach tonight. You're not allowed to learn. Our minhag is not to learn. But it's Hey Tavis, you have to buy Svarim tonight. So you have to buy Svarim, but don't open them.
That seems to be
can't,
the case with most people, regardless.
You can't fact check this for him.
So here's the Shaila. The Rambam says, and you used to be you're still very into Mashiach. You're a big Mashiachist.
This whole thing you were just asking, I was going to answer you about Mashiach.
So the Rambam says...
Now you have to wait for him to bring it up. You didn't bring him yourself.
The Rambam, Maimonides, the Rambam says in the end of Rambam, Hilchos Malachim Melech HaMashiach, that in the end of the times, when the Messianical era, Hashem, you won't have to do any real work. It's just going to be, you're going to have extra time on your hands. So I see all the popular guys now, the YYs and the Chases and the Simmons, they're all mixing this in now to say that like it's happening now where everybody has all the knowledge and you could just, but with all that, people are using all the technology for shtusim, just watching movies and draying in WhatsApp groups, everybody's arguing about Hakachinic stuff, no? And people are still having to go to work to make a living. So everything is not, all the knowledge is available at your fingertips, but the part that the Rambam says that you won't have to work, I mean, maybe that's, maybe Mamdani's New York will all get social security, I don't know, whatever. So I'm saying, how do you mix that we have all the knowledge, but you can have free time to serve Hashem? I don't see that part happening.
I mean, someone's got to make a highlight reel of these amazing Mashiach clips out of Elon Musk and all the big names out there, just these phrases they say, mamash out of nevois, okay? Like they're saying, so what will people's occupation be? And like, yeah, or there will be so much abundance compared to 100 years ago. There's just so, madani mitzvim ka'afar. Or, I don't know, I should have written like a note of them because they're just reading off a list, one after another, geschmacke clips out of the news, out of people in politics, out of big celebrities that say these geschmacke phrases to the effect of like, yeah, it's happening now, it's coming up, futurism, what will people spend their time doing, v'chulu v'chulu. And so we have, to answer also your question, there are moments where there's like a huge switch and a before and a after. And in my world anyway, it's not so much like you described, like cars down the block. I work a lot more on the internet. And there it's so stark, the difference.
Examples.
Before and after. It's just like, in a way, people look at a lot of the internet right now in a negative light in the sense of it being like poisoned, like infected. There is the pure, real internet that used to exist before ChatGPT was around. And where did ChatGPT and then all the other AIs that came out, where do they get all their information from? From a pure internet that existed before AI existed. They got all their information from websites that was just human input. It was just forums, people chatting, news articles, videos, everything. Regular stuff that humans produced. V'chulu, YouTube, everything. But now AIs are going around and still gathering a lot of information, including what's been infected and what came out of AI itself. So much content that has been produced from AI is being fed back into AI and producing whatever content we're going to come up with, further. And so there's a bit of an infection I think there's a meme that came out about that, about so many pictures that people are generating have that yellow tint. That kind of stylized art style yellow tint. I don't know.
Right. All the AI.
Because all the AI learned from the people that liked it that, that's a form, that's a filter that people like. So, and just all the pictures have that yellow tint now or whatever. That's AI infected. That's how you know. Yeah. Right. There's a lot of ways how people recognize, that's AI. Yeah, that's AI. That's AI. So there is a bit of, in my world for sure, there's a world of before,
Coding.
pure, pristine, no AI, and then after, so much different. Mal Yusa also, not just in a negative way. But that was one example how people very strongly see like before and after. So yeah, there is transitional moments, and like wow before and wow after, but there's also like a progression. It's the exact same phrase of the question that people ask, what's the story about the whole Mashiach thing? I thought Mashiach is coming, and he's coming now, and he's
Messiah.
coming take it from Yad. But meanwhile, it looks like life is going on, and another day goes on, and another day goes on. And I'm here to ask that question as well, and that's part of what we're going to get into. And yeah, and people so far like, oh yeah, Mashiach is here. You see tremendous transformations happening in the world, and wars, and good things and bad things, and transformations and things, advancements in technology, v'chulu, v'chulu. And at the same time, you could also say, like you asked, like, yeah, but I'm not really seeing it, like the whole transformation, suddenly magic, rainbows and unicorns flying in the sky. I don't see all that whole magic Moshiach transformation that I thought it was going to be. So that's a good question. Yeah, so and maybe that's what you're experiencing with AI as well. There is a before and after, but also I'm not seeing it yet. It's a fair point. It's a fair observation.
So why do you have that thing in your earpiece? Is someone prompting you
no, maybe
what to say?
It just looks cool. No, you're right. Now I'm not. Now it's really going to be off the cuff because he's not telling me anymore what to say.
I'm sorry.
I think we have to address the elephant in the room. You're wearing a kapata and a hat, and you're very Mashiachist, and you're living in Mashiach, and you grew up in Shluchis. How did you even get involved in all this high tech, being a high end, computer guy, technology guy, building, framing, networking? How did you even fall into this situation?
I guess.
Why are you not a Rebbe in yeshiva? I'm saying when somebody sees you, they want to know, like, how did you become such an expert in technology?
It's really, honestly, I should have been a Rebbe in yeshiva, and maybe
you
still should.
You grew up as Beshluchas in Spain.
Yeah. But honestly, when the days...
When we go on Simchas Torah to Taluch at the Williamsburg Shul, they ask him if they could hire him to run the kids program. That's how impressive
They did ask me that, yeah. I need to follow up with them.
Yeah,
There are
it's been
in
3 years.
Williamsburg willing to have Lubavitchers,
Lubavitchers in Williamsburg teach them what they called.
Yeah.
Because we grew up not learning English.
Oh.
So we teach them what they called in Satmar.
No, but I mean, honestly, my programmers love their initial discovery stories. How did you discover programming?
Oh, so this is my question.
Back at home, we had this old Apple II GS computer, which we got from one of our Shabbos guests back in 1980 something. In Spain. And he gave us this, old Macintosh. Back then, it wasn't so old. And with a lot of these floppy disks, actual floppy disks that are actually bendable. I don't know if most of you guys have even seen those. This might be a good age verification technique on a website. Are you over 18? Yes. What is this? That should verify you for over 20 something, maybe 30 something. But
A drive, right? Was it called the A drive?
Yeah, the A drive. That's the first.
You remember those copies?
I saw it once or twice in my life. My uncle had a computer in the early days. It was squarish.
Yeah, so
Those
there's a
big
small
square?
firm one that's
Right,
firm,
then it got
but
small.
the large one that's bendable.
Like every little simple game took like 5 of them. You had to strip it in.
Yeah,
It was like a whole...
taking one and put in the other. So we had that computer, and for the longest time, it was just like, oh, I want to have fun. I want to play with the computer. So put in a disk and let the computer give you an experience. Oh, this is fun. This is a game. What do we do next with the computer? Oh, well, put in another disk and play another game. That's all. There's this interesting clip someone showed me about Stephen Jobs describing things this way. You live in a world where other people built everything and how it works, and you really get convinced that the way how it works is, you're just a passenger seeing and receiving and experiencing all these things that other people made up. But then you realize nothing's stopping you from getting out there and also changing and making a thing and inventing a new kind of way how things work. But no one tells anyone that. Everyone thinks, no, this is how the world works, and then that's it. They just go along with that vision.
I also want to do a little shout out for Yisroel, who believed in my early tech dreams, which in a weird way, my tech dreams were, we had a Tinder video platform style to
Jobs,
for
to
jobs.
find people jobs. Flash interviews.
Yeah. So I end up interviewing thousands of people and companies.
That's your chush.
So there's something called Genius Hours, the 10,000. You heard the 10,000 hour rule?
Malcolm Gladwell.
Yes.
I read his books. He's always great.
So he says that if you get something really, really well, eventually. So my social media, which gets 10 million views plus a month, was because of my skills of interviewing on my failed tech startups with my co-founder.
So was it so failed after all?
Exactly. Well, you got the bad end of the stick because you did all the coding, I did all the filming, and my filming evolved.
You're saying you have to give him half your money now.
Basically.
It's good. But
so it's funny that Yisroel was one of my early believers in my dreams.
But what's
I have to give kudos and credit to Yisroel. I just want to.
My pleasure.
Since he has nothing else from us, at least I should give him some credit here on camera.
Technology is definitely cool. I have stars in my eyes about it every day. So no, it's definitely cool.
But I am going to correct myself because I was curious how you, in particular, got involved in technology. The Goldstien
here's
family.
The story. Yeah,
He's saying the whole family.
The Goldstien family is technologically advanced, going back 100 years.
Greenberg. What about the
Is it
Greenbergs?
true?
Pintos.
Is it true that your grandfather, Yossi Goldstien, all of a show, the one that was by the Weimer parades, that was very
Uncle
close,
Yossi.
Uncle Yossi, close to the Rebbe and the Frierdiker Rebbe, the famous principal in Beis Yaakov. Is it true that in 1950 he took a video of the Frierdiker Rebbe's Levaya?
Yes.
And he was in Yechidus once with the Rebbe, our Rebbe, and he told him that he had a video, and the Rebbe said he wants to see it.
That was for a recording of a Farbrengen, I think. I think he recorded a Farbrengen, maybe even
Of the Frierdiker
filmed
Rebbe?
of something like
For
that.
sure, the Levaya, I heard.
Yeah?
And the Rebbe said that
thought
he
it was
wanted to
for
see it.
Farbrengen.
I think he played it, and then the Rebbe said the Rebbe never gave it back. to him.
Yeah. The Rebbe borrowed it, and it never happened in the future that the Rebbe returned it. Like the Rebbe said, the Rebbe kept it.
So Jem doesn't have the.
I guess.
So we don't have a video with Frierdiker Rebbe Levaya.
No, you saw America is nicht anders.
Oh, they do have a video. So what? His video was a better video.
No, that might be the one.
That might be the video. How'd they get it?
I guess
You took it together with the Shivas?
So I was a musician.
maybe it wasn't the Levaya. Maybe it was a recording of the. That's what I remember was a recording of the Farbrengen. Sorry, what were you saying?
The record of the only song many kids know how to play on piano. Am Yisroel.
Yeah.
Easiest song. You remember to compose it?
So the tune existed before. It's
Oh. She's like some credit on world. There's already the lyrics. There's a ratchet.
Am Yisroel have no fear of Mashiach.
Oh, yes, I'm wrong. Would they take a nigun that my grandfather, if he composed it, and they would put it on the choyach? I don't think that it had
To be honest, you know how to play Yisroel?
The keyboard?
Yeah.
I don't know how to play anything.
You in that song? That song is that.
That's the first one that everyone learns because it's sequential.
The straight across. You don't skip anything. At least the first part.
Yeah.
You can be the most tone deaf person. That song you can master.
So there is a stereotype about the Goldsteins that are technologically inclined, also music inclined, also education. Rabbi Levi Goldstein, and a lot of Goldsteins, and my grandfather.
Moshe Goldstien.
Yeah. So, and also technology. So I don't know. Just the story in my own house is we had that computer, and I'm growing up. We're off in Schlittles in Spain. It's Yehupitz land. There isn't Kingston Avenue. There isn't friend Chaim Yankel down the block.
Yeah, we grew up in Madrid.
Did we what?
You grow up social with like the local Jewish kids? Or?
Mostly our own family, but we interacted with the local community. We did but not really like close friends in that kind of way. Not really not so much, no, at all. No, pretty much. So I'm bored at home and I'm looking through whatever there's around, and there happens to be this manual, AppleSoft Basic Programming Language or something like that. I recently found it online as a PDF and read it through again just for nostalgia purposes. And it introduced me to this whole new world of like, hey, you can think of your computer as this pet robot of yours. And you tell, hey, little doggy, jump, and it jumps. And you tell, okay, now sits, and it sits. And you tell it commands to do, and it listens to you, and it does them. And I was like, wow, really? Can it do that? And yeah, it shows you here, type 10, print hello world, or whatever. And 20, I can't even remember. This was the first programming language I learned, AppleSoft Basic. And I started following the instructions and typing it in, and there's nothing like that feeling when you press enter and you look at the screen and it works. that geschmacke feeling of like, aha, it works. Wow, that opens up so many possibilities. I can tell the computer to do things, whatever I want it to
How old
do.
are you?
This was maybe, I was 11, 12 maybe.
You're
something like
13
that.
through 12.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're talking about like 1998, 99. What years?
Yeah, no Zayn, no Kuss, something like that in the summer. I remember.
Could AI replace doctors? I mean, we're the like very clear things here. This guy's out of a job within 3 years.
I think
Where do you see it? What?
I think eventually. I can't.
Which things like a plumber, the AIs, I mean, I guess the robots, I mean, certain things seem AI proof, certain things not. What comes to mind as things that are not AI proof versus AI?
Something tells me if you have an AI plumber, you're gonna have leaks and you're gonna flood and swim out the door. I don't know. Plumbers are okay.
Honestly, I struggle with this because
Like CPAs sound like maybe a little bit obsolete. Doctors,
it's really
lawyers writing briefs.
the way I see it. It's really all a matter of
Lawyers for sure are suffering. I spoke to lawyers nonstop. I meet lawyers in show. Lawyers are really having it hard.
yeah.
If you're a top criminal defense attorney charging $2,000 an hour, okay, whatever. But the entry level guys doing acquisitions, paperwork, they're drafting, they're gone. They're gone.
Interesting.
So what do you see from your AI nerdy?
Honestly, I am just so surprised and baffled by how AI even works at all. I still don't believe it sometimes.
Okay, but
That in my mind, it's really all of it. All of it is a matter of time. It might be 50 years, it might be 100 years, but it's all of it, I'm afraid, is a matter of time.
Yudi Cohen, our other guest, told me earlier today that you could sing now to an app called, what's the app called? And they'll create music and background, a full orchestra just from you singing. I'm Yisroel, I have no pyramid. And then they used to have to hire.
So Benny Friedman and Ellie Marcus, should you worry? No.
But that's great quality voice. But they can maybe auto-tune your voice and make you sound like a nice singer.
The top performers are all going to stay rich and all going to have gigs. I'm not worried.
No, but if they create a whole music background, you used to have to arrange and write notes and hire 100-piece band to get all the background. And now, based on your singing and knows, because music is mathematical.
Moshe,
You never think of music as mathematics. You always say it's mathematics. Now,
It has also a side of it, an aspect of art, creativity, but it has a lot.
Moshe, would you pay $180 for a concert that me and Goldstien are the singers? I don't care what AI.
but did AI make any hit songs? That's a question people ask, and no one give me a straight answer.
Some people put some things out there, and I often don't even like whatever actual real human produced music is anyway. So when I compare it to what AI produced, for me, they're sometimes on the same level, but that's just my taste. Everyone has their
The
own.
cool thing is, to get animation, you would have to spend gazillions of dollars. This is where visually, let's say, when I say visually, you see a difference. You see these little
Low budget productions creating these crazy AI movies that usually your little local school won't have the budget to create an AI to any type
Yeah.
of animation, and
Yeah.
they're popping out 5 to 10 minute animations.
Interesting fun fact. Every AI video, especially a long sequence that you see, notice if it is like a single long shot that lasts 30 seconds or 40 seconds or a minute and a half or 2 minutes, or is it constantly cutting 5 seconds and then another 5 seconds and cut and another 5 seconds and cut. Notice the clip. If it keeps changing and shifting and changing and shifting every 5-10 seconds, you know that he generated one clip and then he generated another one and generated and put them together. These days, you can't yet generate a very long sequence of video. It's all cut up little pieces put together. Notice it next time you see an AI produced video, especially a longer one.
So every
And the difference is?
20 seconds.
So if one issue that happens is coherence, sometimes you describe a beautiful scene in the first clip, and then you want the next clip to continue that, but suddenly the guy has like a different face or a different color hat or a different, so it's close enough, but it looks a little different. And sometimes it could be a bit jarring. Like it doesn't seem that sequential, but some AIs I think have gotten better about that too. They can, maintain the consistency from one clip to the next.
And you say that, I always say when I had my art gallery, I'll have it, but not in a big format like I used to. Everyone gravitates to the same paintings. They all like the same artists, the same paintings. They walk at the gallery, there's 100 paintings, they all go. So people intuitively, even though they're not creative or artistic like the Goldsteins, they still intuitively know something is off. they all like the same good art or the same good movie or animation, etc.
As of right now, everyone can tell when something is AI.
Right.
But I think it's gonna get
only
trickier.
get better.
It's gonna get a lot better, and it's happening faster than we think. But I wanted to get back to the point about that Nakuda in the Fabrengen of Reb Steve Jobs,
Yeah.
where he says, we see the world how it works, and I look around and I see how the world works, and I see how we wake up every day and we take care of our families, and we bring our kids to school, and we go to work, and we make some money, and we, and we come and we make nice podcasts. By the way, this is a little bit out of the ordinary. This is amazing that Chevre are coming together, putting together a podcast, interviewing people. I think it's about time. We need to really, break the fourth wall, break the ice, talk about things, bring stuff out on the table. I think that's extremely important. And it's amazing that you guys are breaking the ice and doing that. But what in the world is the story with the whole Mashiach thing? Like for real? We Lubavitchers,
So give it up.
our whole thing, I'm telling you, our whole thing are supposed to be about we bring Mashiach and we teach everything about the Rebbe and we bring the world about, Yiddishkeit and Miftzayim and what? So that we can do Miftzayim again next year and we can do another public lighting next year and then
Job
another
security. Job security.
Job security, right? We have...
Talking about public menorah lightings,
Yeah.
Rachmana Litzlan Hashem Yishmer, your cousin was killed.
This
Schwenger was married to your first cousin.
Yes.
And your uncle,
He
Rabbi
just
Yisroel
came out of the
Goldstien,
hospital.
and your uncle, Yisroel Goldstien, Rabbi Yisroel Goldstien Poway, he was shot also.
You're keeping track. This
Few
is
years
the
ago.
second time that my close family has been targeted in such attacks.
Mrs. Ullman.
Mrs.
Goldstein.
Ullman is my father's sister. Yeah, my aunt. And what happens is that with great, tremendous sorrow, we are heartbroken to announce the passing of such and such. And we need to continue bringing the light to the world. And we need to hope and pray that the Mashiach will come and everything will be okay. And Amen. And then we say L'chaim, and we wish each other good day, and we go to sleep, and the next day, and the next day, and the next month, and the next year. And then one day another thing happens, if it's October 7, or if it's Mumbai, or if it's now in Sydney. And again, we have all these beautiful speeches. People are looking for what's the trending. It's like, how do we process tragedy? And I have to sit through a whole nother drasha of a very wise rabbi. No, nothing against them. They're really helping, inspiring people move through things. But I'm sitting there wondering, where are the young chevre like me and you who are going like, oh, boring. I heard this already so many times. Clap off and tish and like, hey, who's interested in bringing them back? How about that? How about what can we do so that we reach a point of Geula and Mashiach, like the Rebbe says, which involves also Tchias HaMeisim and them coming back. I'm sorry. Is that strange? Is that maybe weird? Is that maybe like, he's
Intangible.
He's
It's
a little bit of
intangible.
a strange Mashiach guy talking about all that. We don't actually really talk about that. That's supposed to be the question under the rug. We don't go there. We don't talk about that. And I think that there are chevre out there, including you guys, who are actually wondering about this. I think we've all maybe been conditioned a little bit over the years that just stay the course, continue the mold, don't ask too many questions, don't be a Mashiach weirdo, that's for sure. Everyone's very freaked out about that. And
the M word.
The M word, right? Be normal, go on with your life, and don't do anything weird. And if you do anything weird, boy, are you socially punished for that. Oh, that weird guy, Varf Maris from Lubavitch, crazy. He's Mishachist, he's anti-Yechi, he's Ziyah, 770, Oyhel, right? Baruch Hashem, by the way.
Tunnels?
Tunnels. Baruch Hashem, by the way, we are the generation of apathy. We don't care. They'll sagen Yechi, they'll nicht sagen Yechi.
The hot tub generation. Why was that?
Exactly, and it's a huge mila. We can finally break through it and taka make it happen. But
So you're saying Mashiach still could come?
what choice
You have
do
a
we
game
have?
plan? You have a game plan? You have
I do have a game plan.
okay, what's the game like what are the exact steps? Then we could hit the
You say, whatever you're saying is the Chavches Nissen, the Rebbe Sicha, total as
Basically,
can, whatever.
basically, yeah,
That's what you're
yeah.
saying.
so
like-
if you give me very specific tasks how to do it, perhaps I could, but it's too like ambiguous.
I need
I like the idea. It's great. Mashiach, perfect. Just give me a very
I need a
specific.
professional.
Give me specific business strategy. Tell me exactly how much money we have to make
Ask
or hit
AI.
goals.
Ask AI how to bring Mashiach.
And if you have that very specific goals, how Mashiach come, I'm happy to be involved. Until then, it seems I think it's
I need
it's
two things. I need a
Messianic era.
professional-
You know, it's cool. I like it. It's
I need-
nice.
You need a flag.
It's
After davening, you have to
aspirational.
wave a flag every day for 5 minutes. You need a Mashiach pin and a shovel pin.
I'm more into the. I'm very much a shovel pin person. I think 770 definitely should be expanded. It's too small. But
Through digging a tunnel.
whatever it is, whatever it takes.
The way that Tzvatim are doing it is the right
I'm
way.
very much whatever it
Want
takes.
the building to collapse?
I don't care what it is. You know, as long as things
I
are
like
moving.
it. By the way, do you see this? This is sometimes a social difficulty that many of us deal when it comes to these things. Someone comes up to us, no offense, but really challenges. Do you really think what? Like even to do it the wrong way? Even to do it with shovels? Really? Are you that kind of a weirdo? That's what you.
I'm very
But you
much,
don't back down. You're like, yeah. You know what?
You
I
know,
don't care. Yeah,
when
let
people
them do it with shovels.
I'm
I love it.
I'm a little crazy. If
A little?
there's one guy racing to the finish line, and however he gets to the finish line, people screaming, "Oh, he knocked this guy over! He ran him over! You know that he had no permission to do this." But the guy hits the finish line. All the 1,000 people crying and yenting and fetching.
I love it.
I almost don't care if he
But what would it
still
take?
get to that finish line. I'm very biased for the guy who actually gets it done.
But what would it take for me and you to go behind them and support them?
So I'm just
Because it's
telling-
easy for us to say that on a podcast, but when it came to that day when those Bachrim were like, "We're doing
So
this,
I do
we're
wear
shoveling,"
I want to be clear. I admit, every perm I wear the Mashiach tunnel pin only.
beautiful.
Every perm?
Every perm.
yeah.
The perm joke to you?
What do we have
He's
from
bringing
that?
Mashiach with the
No,
tunnel.
my brother always says, if you want to know what people who they really are, look on perm how they're dressed up. That's who they really want to be.
It's not what I heard you tell the
So
guy in Atika. You told the guy in Atika that when you want to get to the front of the cookie line in the aisle, you're an anti. And when you want a good spot at 770, you're a Mashiachist.
No, I usually say in Tishrei I'm a Shachist.
Oh, Tishrei.
Kines HaShluchim I'm anti. Gimel Tam is for sure I'm an anti. It's obvious to be an anti. So but Tishrei, that's what I always say. The best event of the year is Simcha B'Sheva. You have the antis running it, so the music is good. It's a nice stage. And who's actually creating the Simcha is the Meshachist.
In the rain and everything,
Like
6
after
a.m.,
3 a.m. The secret, hey guys, won't let you
pushing
know.
the police away.
All the people that come to Crown of Simcha B'Sheva and they come until 3, bro.
Yeah,
That's
From
not
3 to 6, they really dance.
3 to 6. It's full
real
energy.
dance.
Full of yellow.
If you want to cheat, Hoshana Rabbah night. You come from 12:30.
right.
to 1.
You get the same energy.
right,
you don't have
right,
to
right,
stay up till 3.
right.
Just as a little insider info.
So to answer your question, I need 2 things. I need a professional, I don't know, psychologist or something to analyze this pattern that keeps happening.
So you say
I am drilled
Mashiach has a
down.
destination or is it a mentality?
Both. I don't know. What do you want from me with that? That sounds too philosophical.
No, it's-
we need to
it's
bring
like-
Mashiach. Like,
Because I always tell people I love Mashiach's personalities. I don't necessarily believe what they believe.
let me ask you.
And the anti-personalities, whoa, that's not who you want to party with. But if you're trying to run a business, stick with the antis. So you want to have a good PR campaign. Now, I don't know if the flyers of the PR campaign of the anti actually get on the polls because it's Tzvatim Pua. They could
They
cover
put it
Jackie
everywhere.
Robertson. They get their distribution and
How do they
marketing
get-
is
how do
way
they get-
better.
How did they get so high and put that Mashiach Rebbe thing on every single thing in the whole Manhattan?
You look at random goyish.
So if you need execution, actually get the signs, bro.
some random goyims, like YouTubers, videos that they film, going down the streets of Manhattan. You see it, like it's in their
Different.
How do
videos.
they get it there?
Ask them.
When do they come?
I can show you who the guy
No, they
is.
go-
I
they
know
go
the
middle of the
buffer.
night.
Middle of the night?
Yeah. They once asked me if they could borrow my car. I said, I was thinking maybe because I like them.
You'll get arrested.
I said, but then let's track my license plate. Forget it. There's cameras everywhere.
It's called Mivtza Hadbaka, where they put glue all
That's
over.
what they call it. It's a
Yeah.
joke, but it's
It's not a joke.
no, the stickers isn't. The fact that they
it
call
one
it
of the- is it
Mivtza
one-
Hadbaka.
Is
That's
it,
like
is it one
that.
of the Rebbe's 10 of times?
Hey,
But hey, here's the thing, okay? If
hold on. They asked, is it Howard Lutnick? Who's Trump's guy? He came to the
Somebody
oil.
Watnick, yeah.
Yeah. So they asked him, why did Trump come to the oil?
Not
That's where the Rebbe is
770?
buried. Before he says, if you have, he told the media, he says, if you have a bunch of guys all believe this guy's a Messiah, you should definitely go to his gravesite. It's a great marketing. They're all like walk around and I see the sticker. That was his
Nice.
politically he was not aligned to what he was saying, but
Moshe, let me ask you, and Yisroel,
but they
let me
get the
ask
job
you,
done. Kudos to them.
If you go on for the rest of ever after, Emir Hashem Chaim Nitzchim, okay, bis 120
forever,
and
yeah.
more, okay, and you get to interview a lot of Geschmacke Chevra on this podcast, and you get to raise your children and make bar mitzvahs and make weddings and grow a whiter beard and grow old age, and that is the story of
That's
your
the
life.
end game, exactly.
Are you cool with that? Are you cool with that?
Of course not.
I am so not cool with that. That's not okay. But right now, it seems to be the proposition. Just go on in life. Just do the thing. Just live it out till the end. And that it is what it is. Where do you want to go? Go fight City Hall? Go climb on walls? Go bring Mashiach? Whack. Don't be a wacko. I'm not okay. I protest. This is not, I don't
So
think
what do you
this-
want your impact and legacy to be?
Impact
You want
and
your name on a
legacy.
hospital building, a yeshiva building? Tell us.
Legacy.
First of all, you make your crazy announcements in 770, so people will not forget you. Just wanna make
Makes
that clear.
announcements on 770?
Yeah, he just gets up.
Well, what do you announce?
I have to
Screams.
I'll send you some clips, maybe
Give
embedded
me an
into the
example.
clip.
Give me, you have a whole audience. We have thousands of views. Give me an announcement.
I'll show you the
He
clips.
just said it. He said,
Davening
oh,
just ended, and now what do you say?
For example, I've been trying to ask the Chevre in 770, we've said Yechi in this kind of way for these many years. Higiyazman, let's really welcome Mashiach in the way Mashiach himself, right? You're saying Melech HaMashiach lo elam voed, right? That Melech HaMashiach, he'd be happy if all Yidden felt comfortable about this. So let's announce Yechi this way. Clap, clap, auf den Tisch. For all those who feel comfortable with the announcement, we will now proceed with making the announcement. And for all those who are not fully comfortable, we understand and we this is a Mashiach safe space or whatever. We did borrow the concept from the left and we understand you and we tolerate that. And then go ahead and announce Yechi.
And then what did it not Mashiach? What should they announce? Atat kommt Mashiach?
Whatever they like. Ad Masai. By the way, there is a clear sicha with the Rebbe's clear words with Yechi HaMelech.
What
I've also-
yarmulke do you wear currently?
what-
Your yarmulke.
I'm embarrassed, but
Okay.
currently it's not the Yechi one. However, I switch
That's why you wear the
every
hat the whole
2
time.
weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
For 2 weeks,
He rotates.
the Meshachisten go nuts. They're like, what, you became an anti? Why are you wearing without Yechi? And then conversation comes up again, and we have a fabringen about it, and we can talk about
Why-
it.
what-
Otherwise, they'll just
How do
ignore
you
me
decide
forever.
which-
Then I switch, and now the anti, what? What happened with you? Became a Meshachist suddenly? What happened? And we talk about it again. The conversation has to keep going. You can't
The
just leave it
marketing
to...
genius.
You have to trick Lubavitchers for what teases them best.
So Hey Tavis is not a Yechi yarmulke day?
You know what?
It's like a
rotation.
Pata day, but not a Yechi day?
Like I said,
It's a
I'm
rotation. It's
embarrassed.
out of
I should
rotation.
have. It's a
Like
rotation.
tomorrow we'll do tshuva already, right?
I'll have to. Now that you mention it,
Die der Natzach is the Rebbe's Yutes Kislev. It's the Rebbe's Nitzachen.
100%. We win. We really need to go out with this winning spirit. We, the young chevra, we got to say, it's very nice what our parents achieved and what our mashpim and what our rabbanim and all the gray beards and all the machers in Lubavitch. They built amazing things. They built this whole situation that we have now. They came up with this whole amazing thing, antis, meshachisten, announcing. They built a whole beautiful system. Now it's our turn. We got to get up and do our part and
Whatever that
get up
means.
and make a
Also
thing
lawful.
happen.
I'm sorry, my son just bought a 3D printer this week.
Yeah.
Got him because he did the 12 program.
The 12th truck in Hanya Balpeh?
Did.
Wow.
He's not
it's
related.
huge.
I have to check his DNA. I'm not related.
Crazy.
Very nice. Mazel tov.
3D printing. Familiar with that space at all?
I've never done it myself.
Oh.
I've seen it, I've heard it, but I don't have that much to do with it.
You don't know. My next question is, how far away from 3D print people just print mic stands, a microphone, like people like
A
at
microphone
one point
where
we'll,
the brains inside it. The electric.
I don't know. I'm saying, but you don't know anything about 3D printing. How far away from people just printing their own bottles, cans? What capacity does AI play a role? Because I'm like, now that we just have a 3D printer in the house, I'm like amazed. I'm suddenly, it gave me
Can
like
make
this
any toy.
futuristic awareness.
What you're holding could be made with 3D printing.
This.
Yeah.
So the simple, cheap stuff.
I think the next step will be they'll have like centers. You go to a store and you print out a few utilities or a few cans or a few bottles or something with some general purpose machine that's very expensive. You can't just buy it to have it in your house, but it builds a few things for you.
So you won't have to hold, a company won't have to hold inventory.
Maybe. Well, it depends if it'll be cost effective. It might still be most cost effective to have China
Mass
print,
produce.
500 million of something, and that might still make sense for another while.
But eventually it's going to hit a point where stores, manufacturers probably just creating code to create certain 3D products versus holding inventory, and they're just going to
I'm
make
not sure.
licensing fee, just like a YouTube video you make per listen. The company making money based on their R&D, their their inventions.
It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. But how and when, I guess I don't know enough in that space.
All the guys that are losing their jobs to AI, and they're going to be making those machines and
Yeah.
distributing those machines.
Yeah,
It's a new
operating
job is
them,
being
fixing
created.
them. Yeah, new jobs will always be created, probably. Or not. We won't have any more jobs.
No, but Elon Musk always says it's going to be equal. What's it called?
Yeah, a universal
income, and more time.
Moshe, I need two things. I need a professional psychologist to help me through this pattern that always keeps happening.
Help you with what?
To help me with this pattern
That's
that
it,
always keeps happening.
Only that.
I suggest, hey, let's do something. Let's bring Moshe. Oh, I just got it.
No problem.
I'm slow sometimes. I need to ask my psychologist about that. We always ask, let's bring Mashiach. Okay, what's the plan? What do we do? And I go ahead and I try to describe a thing or two or three, and it trails off somehow. It doesn't happen.
There's no...
And people are like, oh, yeah, that. No, I don't think so. I unsubscribe. I go home. It doesn't. What is with that pattern? I might just have to develop the marketing or the branding or how it's explained, because there's something there that just doesn't
You had a
stick.
channel. You were asking people all about Mashiach and what we could do. Tell me some of the names of the people you interviewed. I think you had some heavy hitters.
We had
Oh, you did the Rabashkin?
teacher in
Did
yeshiva.
you interview after when Rabashkin was free?
Yeah, no, I went
Did you
around with a
interview-
microphone
did you
in
interview
770.
Did.
With 770, asking random people, what do you think we can do to bring Mashiach now that we're in this Mashiach
It was the night of?
situation? It was the night
So
of.
it's Hanukkah yesterday.
yeah.
How many
Stop
years
lying,
ago
he's
was
a
it?
media.
8 years ago?
9, 10, I can't remember even. The first time Trump was
President,
almost,
his first term, yeah, first year of his first
End
term.
of his first term?
End of his first year.
Oh, of his year.
Of his first year.
Yeah.
So this is the latest podcast we ever filmed.
Almost midnight.
Wow.
Cool.
Really? What time?
Yeah, 11:40 at night.
Wow. What time do we start, TJ?
Like I said, I'm gonna
10:40.
have a
Hour
hefty
interview.
Shalom Bayis bill to pay for this. But hey, if we're here
Please.
already, it's worth it. Hey, look, I was just saying,
Oh, you had it right, Brian, on your Mashiach podcast?
I interviewed Rabbi Brian. I
What
have
did
a
he-
clip of it, but I have not yet edited and produced it yet. And
What did he say?
he said that Baruch Hashem, the Chassidim agree on like 99.9% of everything. And the
Besides
Golus
their-
wants to keep us for going for another 30 years just on that last 0.01% thing about this difference and that difference, whatever. But we all believe we should go on Talucha. We all believe we should put on Rashi Rabbeinu Tam. We all believe we should go out on Miftzayim. We all believe we should light Hanukkah Menorahs. But we all agree on everything. And we get hooked up on that last annoying thing, and we could work together, and we have to work together. I
And
interviewed
how long ago was it?
Zalman
How long ago
Laufer, a teacher in yeshiva,
How
in
long
Oli
ago
Torah.
was this podcast?
Manis Friedman, Reb Manis Friedman, I had a beautiful interview with him. I like to believe that after I did that interview, a lot more of his clips of interviews had to do more in the Mashiach direction. I'd like to believe I had something to do with that.
You're saying people aren't blushing anymore?
You're saying, hold on, after this podcast, our future podcast will be more messianic.
I hope so. Hey, let's see it happen. That would be amazing. And if you guys can instill in your interviewees this idea of like, hey, what are we waiting for? Let's wake up. Let's do this. We don't have to like ask permission and wait for Big Bro Lubavitch to give us permission. That are you allowed to? Are you not
Who's
allowed
Big Bro
to?
Lubavitch? Who is it?
Well, I mean, look, when they started
are-
shoveling over there, right? Who called the police?
Who's the Big
stopped
Bro?
them?
Hey, I haven't met them yet.
But whoever it is, someone is afraid of them, and they're not. You're right. They're not there. And they're not real. But we still just go on like, wake up. Let's do this. Let's make this happen. There's so many.
Were you one of the tunnelers or no?
Sadly not, I guess.
Sadly not. Okay.
But let's make a thing happen. This is boring.
You
This is
haven't
annoying.
came with a game plan. You haven't.
I do.
you
That was
do,
my
you
second
do.
thing. I
What's your
need to
second thing?
formulate what the steps are because they're there. I also suspect you guys know what the game plan is. We just generally
So
don't
if
really
you
want
tell me
to go
exactly
there.
if
I think you
Yisroel,
guys know.
If you tell me if I build a tower a certain feet tall and Mashiach will come, boom, in. If you tell me if I eat a certain amount of chocolate milk with cookies, you give very specific
If I told
tasks,
you, if I
very
told you-
specific, and you'll hit the goal.
Tell me something.
I'm in.
Shalom
Otherwise-
Gebrachstadt.
I'll have to get back
Is
to you on
Shalom
that.
Gebrachstadt, is he living the Mashiach life?
Jamke?
What's his name?
Jamke.
Is Jamke? Who am I mixing
The
him
one
up
and
with?
only.
The one that does the Mashiach shir in 770 every morning. What's his name?
Jamke. The one and
Jamke?
only.
His father's the
Famous
He
father
has
composer.
both. He's doing
no. So he
pushing
lives
it.
Mashiach all day, you know?
For
Like
sure.
he's an example.
100%.
So if everybody acts like him, Mashiach will be here.
If everyone took it to the next level,
Is he the next level?
he is, but he can also be, everyone can do more.
What else should he do?
You know what? At least that. At least he should ask like what you just asked. If we all just did that, my job here is done and I'm going home.
Did what?
If everyone asked, what is the next thing that we could do? Just ask that. Don't stop asking. Tomorrow we go back to our regular life and we don't ask that anymore. Don't do that. Wake up tomorrow, ask your friends, ask your colleagues at Shachris after Rabbeinu Tam, ask your coworkers,
Yisroel,
what is the next step we can do?
Believes in Mashiach because he has like a backlog of 3 years of programming work. And whenever he wants, I always bother him about this. He just types on the finger and the money's just coming in because he's so backlogged in demand for his tech work.
There is this
That
concept.
for him, it's real Mashiach. Imagine you're waiting, schwitzing for a deal for this
You're
book,
saying,
this book.
you're saying he has a few.
Imagine.
Does he have Bitcoin? A lot of Bitcoin?
Probably has a lot of things going on. But imagine you had customers that you just have to call to deliver it. You don't have to call selling. So he has 3 years of backlog of coding
There's
work.
this concept of
So for him, Mashiach is very real because for him, he literally prints money. He just types and the money just cha-ching, cha-ching. And he just tells people to wait.
Lots of
That's the only reason why he's a believer because the money is mamish a joke for him.
if it's
not
so
a joke.
good, then
So
why?
therefore he's a
What's my
believer. For
problem?
him-
I should sit back, relax, and enjoy Golos. What's my problem? There is this thing about license, by the way. Do you have a
'Cause
license?
people's reality is very reflective.
Do you
of their
have,
own-
Maishi, you have a license? Do you have a license to talk about and sturm about Mashiach? Because there is this concept that you can lose your license. What? If you're growing old, if you have a deathly sickness, chas v'sholem, if your parnasa is going boom, if someone died, if a tragedy happened close to you, then suddenly, oh, that's why he's talking about Mashiach, because you lose your license. You're like, oh, I get it. No, I'm a normal guy. I don't need the whole Mashiach thing. But right, I get it. So you could lose your license. You guys, there's no outstanding big reason now that you lost your license. You guys have your license now. Use it. Go to your chevra,
Yisroel,
ask and talk and bring it out. Now you can talk about it. If chas v'sholem something happened with your Moshe
so if
Hashem, it
someone wants
never
to reach
will.
out
You're
to
going to
you-
lose your
So
license.
if someone wants to reach out to you about your Mashiach passion or if they want to be on the backlog of 3 years of IT work, how do they find you?
I don't know what else to say other than should I
Email?
just give out my phone number?
Your email? Or
Honestly,
phone number?
no. We'll do it live. We'll
Phone
do
number.
it
What's your
live.
phone number, Yisroel?
347
Yeah.
760, close
Yeah.
enough, 760 0943.
See, if he
I
was
am
more Mashiach,
exasperated. Let's just do
Yisroel,
this.
If he was more Mashiach, like his phone would be 770. So he has a way to go. He's not obsessed enough.
Bro,
Just all in machshava.
We'll get there. We'll approach to it.
Don't forget to subscribe, to comment.
Subscribe, like, share. This is our 15th episode, so smash that like button, smash that subscribe button,
Share it with your
share it,
friends.
all your friends.
CH Butcher.
CH Butcher is the greatest restaurant in Crown Heights,
Yes.
and their butcher shop on Albany is delicious. Their restaurant on Shroy Avenue is delicious. I've just been there. Incredible dining experience. Their biltong is fantastic. We had South Africans already eat it. They all said it's the most delicious
approved.
biltong around.
Yeah.
Who else?
What is Yisroel doing?
Making another one.
He's holding the
He's blocking it. Oh, now we can see it. We can see it.
Yeah,
It's a
Smirnoff
frame.
has not sponsored, so I told you so he can't bring it on the show. He said, but it's Smirnoff is part of Chabad. It's more religious than branding. I said, okay.
L'chaim, let's make it
I
happen,
do apologize
guys.
for my yawning. It's the latest. It's what, almost 12 o'clock?
Very, very late at
Almost
night.
10
I
to
agree.
12.
Yes.
Yeah.
All forgiven. But guys, let's do it. Okay, let's
Way past
someday.
my bedtime.
You know what? It doesn't have to be today. Today we'll go home. We'll enjoy another day in Golus, Chas v'Sholem. We'll say l'chaim. We'll party. We'll fall asleep. But someday,
We also
come
want to
on,
make a
someday
special
soon.
shout out
Let's do it. Let's make it
to
happen.
Theorist Studios for being flexible tonight, staying up so late, and our wonderful messianic
Moshe, I hate to be
guest
negative.
canceled and rescheduled 16 times in 10 hours, and we
Very
appreciate
Moshe,
persistent.
I'm going to make an apology.
Flexibility.
I'm going to make an apology
Yeah.
for last week. We had a great guest,
Yeah.
but the studio was a little bit underperforming that we went to. It was like a 770 challenge room. The audio and video very weak. But
That's
everybody
why I-
should watch episode 14 because the content is gold.
You
Just the microphones, the cameras, whatever. But now we're back to a great studio with a great guest, but give episode 14 a chance.
Chaim l'chaim.
Okay, thank you, Yisroel, again for
Thank you so
coming.
much.
Thank you for having me.
And
This
you
is-
actually, you're probably the most expensive billable guest we had because you actually make like what 150, 180 an hour.
What?
Chevre,
He
Much
actually
more,
bills it.
Much more.
He actually bills. Other guests they do deals, so it's not billable. For him, he like an hour is the actual money.
You should know, I feel
wanna
very,
thank him.
very honored to be here. I often have a certain inferiority complex. I don't get to be with the big Chevre people. The Izzy from Izzy Rant and Moshe Frank
What's Izzy
himself
Rant?
from
Izzy
Bubbleland.
Rant, we changed the name by the Sefer Torah. It's Clappy. It's over.
I am starstruck. This is a huge honor. Thank you so much for having me. I can't believe this is happening. Chaim l'chaim.
He's so he loves and so comfortable being the underdog. He's not sure what he's in a fancy Manhattan studio with currently the biggest Chabad podcast. You know, we're the most viewed Chabad. Are we Chabad? Well, this episode definitely cements us.
I don't want to get sued. I'm unaffiliated with Chabad. I'm a friend of Lubavitch. Hold on, Friends of Lubavitch is also a non-for-profit. Rabbi Shem Tov, a different type of friend.
Oh, so but this I'm always as a new creative project, always looking for benchmarks and wins. I'm trying to say, what would be the biggest? We're the biggest Chabad podcast. Average
I know you're going
views,
to do it. You're going to make it happen.
and we hope to grow
I know
further
you can.
beyond that,
You will.
and we will with
Just
your
keep on bringing interesting Chevre on. Not like me,
Bro,
just real
yeah,
Chevre.
bro.
Okay, and
Interesting. What did my brother tell you? So you're getting Goldstien? He says any guest that says everything without l'chaim is the guest you need. So here we have it.
I had l'chaim.
Yeah, l'chaim, please. That
Mashiach now.
maybe just makes
Peace
it more
out.
normal.
Peace
L'chaim,
out.
thank you so much.